Can you see that one?
1 second. Yes. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. What I'm going to do is then I'll be able to go like this and show the screen over here as well. So
Okay, perfect.
I'm on my phone now. Yeah?
Yeah, good.
Let's do that.
Yeah, great.
Okay, let's do it then.
So I'm gonna share this one.
Yep, please do. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
I'll cut off here, okay?
Yes.
See you. Hello, hello. Okay, there we are. Wow. Let's move this to a new window. Let's move the chat over there. Okay. 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 And we can also do that. Look at that. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, welcome. Sorry that this started late. Hopefully you can see me. Maybe that's not such a good thing though. How many people are here at the moment? If you can type something, hello into the chat, that would be very much appreciated. Into the YouTube chat, that is, please. Okay. Okay, Caroline, if you can please use the YouTube chat rather than the Skype chat, that would be very helpful. Okay, if you can please do that. Oh, here's Eduardo. Welcome, welcome. Okay, who else is here? Claudia, nice to see you. Good evening. Good morning from Japan. Good morning, good morning. And Jennifer is there too. Wonderful. Okay, now we're starting to get everybody involved. Excellent. Okay. Yes, indeed. As Ruben says, thank you very much for your patience. I apologize that this is slow, but I wanted to ensure that we got the ability to show my screen, which was a feature that we used to have with this YouTube. But now what I'm going to be doing is doing this on my phone so that I can show you my computer screen via the phone. Okay. We shall see how it all goes. Okay. How are we going? Monica too. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Lillian's here. Yes, everyone's starting to come online. This is brilliant. Again, sincere apologies that we've started late. I suppose it's better to be late than never. Okay. Shall we start? Well, quick introduction. Firstly, hello there. My name is Eric, and I've been running this International Virtual Exchange project for a few years now. It actually started way back in 2005 when I was working at a very small university. It was in a very regional part of Japan, and my students were studying English, but they didn't really have the chance to use it in a meaningful way. So the internet was becoming a lot more reliable at that time, and I sent out an email to other teachers around the world asking if anyone would be interested in doing an online exchange. And I got a few replies, but the main reply I got was from a Colombian teacher. The teacher was in a small town in Colombia, and his name was Juan Pablo. And Juan Pablo and I started doing exchange. His students were in Popoyan, mine were in Otaru, and it worked quite well. There were a few hiccups and a few mistakes along the way, but it was working quite well. Just double checking, can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, can someone just type yes, I can hear you into the chat, please? It's a bit pointless if no one can hear me if I'm talking to myself. Okay, great. Thank you, Ruben. Okay. So Juan Pablo and myself kept going, and we had some very good exchanges. And way back in 2015, I said to myself, look, this is really good. And I thought I'd better go to Colombia and meet Juan Pablo, because he also was saying it's a good exchange, and he started to introduce it to some of the other teachers there at the Sena. And I went to Rio Negro. Oh, wow, earthquake here in Japan. Oh, quite a big one. Okay, it stopped. Whew. So when I went to Rio Negro, and I met with a number of different teachers, and one of them was the wonderful Ruben. And Ruben also saw that this exchange was something quite special, and he said, let's, yeah, an earthquake. It's still shaking, actually. But we're all right. We're all right. Ruben saw that this exchange was special, and he decided with me to really expand it, make it a lot bigger. And so 2015 in fall, we started out with about 500 students from 3 countries, and the exchange went quite well. Um, Yesterday I was talking with Ruben, and he was still using the username that we set up for the very first workshop there in Rio Negro way back in 2015. It was good to see. Um, but yeah, it's continued to expand, and now we have, well, in the last 3 years, we've had about 10,000 students from uh, 12 different countries participate in the exchange over that time, and it's been absolutely wonderful. We've had some wonderful exchanges happen. Every now and then, we've had a few problems. Some of the students not participating as much as we would like, but generally, a lot of very good feedback from students and teachers. So that's a little bit of information on when the exchange started, how it has developed. With the help of Ruben, we've really gone a long, long way, and it's now a top of the line. Possibly, it's not the biggest by numbers exchange in the world, but if you're talking about purely educational exchange and free, it certainly is the biggest in the world. So I welcome all of you, and you are the teachers. You, the teachers, are the ones that make this exchange so special. It cannot work without you. So welcome to you all, and thank you for being a part of this exchange. Okay, I hope it's going to be very useful for you and your students. So what I'd like to do now is just try to show you a little bit about the exchange and how it works. There are a few new features this coming exchange. So I see that a number of you who have participated in the past are here again, which I'm very grateful to you for that, taking the time to look at this. So let's have a look. Because the screen sharing facility has been dropped by YouTube, I'm actually doing this on my phone. I'm going to turn the screen around now so that you can see my screen, my computer screen. And if you would like, please do this as we go along. You are welcome to carry out these steps as we go along. So first thing we do is go to the home page there, the iveproject.org site. If you can go there, okay, this is the screen you'll see, and your students will also see. Now, we have 2 courses running this time around. We have the starters and we have the continuers. Most of the continuers, the students have already participated in an exchange in the past. Some of the continuers will be actually new students from Colombia, but all the Japanese students and other students have participated in the past. For today, they're pretty similar. How you use this site is the same, whether you're a starter or a continuer. So we're going to show you the starters course. Let's have a look in there. Okay. Obviously, you enter your username and password, as your students will do as well. When you do so, you see the course page. So how are we going? Can everyone see this? It's a little bit bumpy. I do apologize for that, but hopefully you can see this. Can everybody see that? If you could just say yes or no problems, please put something into the chat if you could. It's all right. Okay, Ruben. Thank you. So this is what the teacher will see. Okay. We have a number of different menus here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my role to the student role first up so that we can see what it looks like from the student's perspective. Okay, the student's perspective, we don't have any ability to change things around. You just see what you see. Okay, whereas the teacher does have the ability to see other students and see other material. So there are two main forums. Okay, in the past we've had 5 forums, 4 class-to-class forums and 1 open forum. This time around we're just going to have 1 class-to-class forum where all the students do all their topics in the same forum. The reason we did this is we got feedback from both teachers and students. We always carry out a survey at the end, and the survey results suggested that students and teachers wanted to get a bit more interaction occurring between students. In the past, because when each forum changed, the students' partners seemed to change. So they didn't really get a strong connection over 8 weeks. If we have just the one forum over the whole 8 weeks, then we hope that students will get to know each other a little bit better and it won't be so disjointed. So this is the class-to-class forum where you, the teacher, and your students are paired with another teacher from Japan and maybe another teacher from either Thailand, China, Taiwan, Indonesia. We have students from Saudi Arabia also participating, as well as students from the UAE. So there are, we also have students from Ecuador joining us, another South American country. Wonderful. So there's a number of different students involved, and please, if you see that your group is partnered with Japanese students and another country's students, then please tell your students to also interact with the other country as well, not just Japanese students, but other countries' students. So let's have a look. Firstly, we'll look at the class-to-class interaction. This is where the most of the interaction should occur. Okay, I very much encourage you to tell your students to focus on this exchange here. Of course, if they are interested and have other questions outside of the topics, they can go into the open forum, but this is where the main focus should be. Okay, so we're going to click there. What does it look like? Well, because next week we are starting, we've got the part 1 topic here. The other topics, as they come up, will also start to be shown here. Okay, now your students will only be able to see their own group in here. Okay, because even though I'm set as a student, I'm in 3 different groups here. Your students will only be in one group. Okay, the teacher can see all groups, but the student can only see their own group. Okay, now this is another part of the exchange that is a little bit new, again based on feedback from previous exchanges. Some teachers said they wanted to have smaller groups within their group. So what I have done here is I created a new discussion topic and I called that discussion topic Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5. So you can see there that I was the one that created this forum topic, new discussion topic. Okay, then what I did was I just told my students, okay, you, and you, you're in group 1. You, and you, or you can tell your students, okay, get into groups of about 4 or 5 students. Then give them a number. Okay, you're group 1, you're group 2, you're group 3, you're group 4, you're group 5. Participate in that group. So, my students, so for example here, Karen has clicked on reply and added information about her hometown, etc., and a self-introduction, as have these guys here. So there's lots of information there that the students in Colombia and other countries will access and then be able to continue to reply to. So right throughout the exchange, students will be interacting with each other in these small groups. So hopefully that will mean that they'll get to know each other a little bit better. Okay, so the next thing we really should do is show you how to do this. Now, I will be creating tutorials which will show the screenshots that I'm doing right now. I believe that Ruben has also created some. I will put my tutorials on the front page there. Actually, I'll just show you where those are. Okay, how to post to the forums. Here I will add about 4 or 5 different tutorials on how to add material to the forums and how to navigate around the forums, the course. I'll do that for both computers and for smartphones. This course page is very smartphone friendly, I think, and most of my students will be accessing it from their smartphones. Okay, so when we come to the reply here, yeah, we can type in a few things. Say, for example, yeah, my name is Eric. Usually I type a lot faster, but I'm holding my phone, so it's a little bit hard to type with one hand. Okay. What you can do is add a lot of different multimedia. Yeah. So for example, if we wanted to add a YouTube video, if we go to YouTube, yeah, and if I'm going to find a video of my hometown here. Okay, so I get this video. Okay, I grab the link. I copy the link. Of course, you can copy from down here as well. Okay, then we go back to here, and I'm going to insert that into the audio-video, insert audio-video file. Okay, this screen pops up, and I put that in there, and insert media. Okay. I'm going to also add a picture here. You can add pictures. So if we click the picture link, insert image, yeah, and we can click browse repositories. We can upload our own pictures, or you can add from Wikimedia. So for example, if again I find a picture of Canada and search, we get lots of different pictures of Canada there. So now I'm going to select this image. I won't put a description in. This is important. A lot of students forget to check that box and then they wonder why it won't go in. But try to tell your students to limit the size of the pictures. If they're too big, it takes up too much space. Particularly on smartphones, it's very difficult to see the pictures. So keep the pictures quite small, a maximum of 400 on the left there. And it auto sizes for you. So now we have our picture. Okay, and we can see that that's gone straight in there. So we have a YouTube video, we have a picture. Now, a new feature in Moodle is the record video as a part of Moodle. In the past, I had a separate thing where I was able to do this, but now it's much easier to add video. If we click this, this is self-created video. If we click this, yeah, it says start recording. So I'm going to click start recording. So now it's recording me. Hello everybody, nice to see you again. Okay, we stop recording and attach recording. And now that's gone straight in there. Okay, so if I post this to the forum, yeah, now you can see the YouTube video is in there, my picture is in there, and my video is in there. And that is pretty impressive, I think. So students can, I'm going to delete this because my students will wonder why I did that. So let's just delete that. That is how students can post to the forum. And there's lots of different things that they can add. Yeah, so video, audio, multimedia from the internet, multimedia that they've created. They can upload PowerPoint files, they can upload all the different files there. Okay. Okay. Yima Rodriguez. Yeah. Good question from Ruben. He will help you out there. Okay. So if you would like to have a try at creating a forum post, any posts that you do now in the next 30 minutes, I will delete later. So if you would like to try and make a post, go to the open forum. Go to the open forum. Click on add a new discussion topic and just maybe do a test. Okay, and test. Yeah, and then maybe create a video or add a YouTube or a picture or something. If you're on a smartphone, is the creating a video, it's best to tap here and then allow your camera to access the site and then create a video using your camera of your smartphone and then post that. Okay, so if you'd like to do that, please do. Please do. Okay, but please also keep an eye here and keep watching. Okay. Okay. So that's as a student. Now, as a teacher, we have a few more things that we can do. And the main thing that you will need to know about is over here on this menu over here. When you are on the course page, yep, when you're on you have to be on the course page to access this. When you're on the main course page, you go over here into the menu. if you cannot see the menu, if your screen is like this, then click on the what they call the hamburger menu. Okay, and scroll down until you see the forum report. Okay, you see that? Forum report. When we click forum report, then you can choose the forum from the menu. Sorry, there are too many forums here. There will only be 2 forums there. The 2 forums will be class-to-class interaction and open forum. Okay, there will be a teacher forum, but obviously you don't need to worry about that. So let's have a look at the class-to-class interaction. Okay, I'm going to choose my group from here. Yeah, there's lots of different groups there. Let's have a look at this group. Okay, I'm going to choose my country. Actually, it's not my country, but it's where my students are, so I'm going to choose Japan there. I want to get all of the most recent ones, so I'll go from this date until right now, and then I click on Show Report. So what happens then? What happens then is a report is generated, and you can see how many posts your students have made, how many replies, how many words they used, how many times they looked at the forum. So if we scroll down to where my students are, you can see that they have replied once, and they've used quite a few words there, and they are viewing the topics quite a bit there as well. Okay, so this report is really quite important for you to follow your students. Over here, yeah, there are 2 little icons. Probably best not to worry about this icon, but this one is kind of important. What you can do is you click that, and you will see this student's complete report, everything that they've done in the exchange. Okay, so that is quite important to know about. Okay, basically, if you know that information, you should be able to participate well in this exchange. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible so that students can easily interact with each other, use the language that they are studying to learn about other cultures and other people in other countries. Looks like we have a question here. Okay, so self-video recording. Look, the students can create videos of themselves if they want, but I imagine that my students probably will not show their faces. They will turn the smartphone camera around, as I am doing here, and they will talk about different things as they're walking or as they're doing things. Yeah, so for example, I'll show you an example from a previous exchange here. So let's go to here. Okay, so this is what one of my students did using the self-created videos. Yeah, so she has.
Hello, my name is Mary. I introduce my university. My university is Muroran IT in in Japan. Now in autumn, so autumn leaves is so beautiful, and That left building is the place we most used in classes. Thank you.
So yeah, as you can see, she's created, this was from the Fall Exchange last year. She's created a video using her smartphone, and she's added pictures, and then the students from Colombia have replied, and a lot of interaction has occurred here. Really was an amazing use of technology to study language and culture. Okay, so that's one example. Eduardo, I hope I've answered your question. You're probably saying that because, yeah, in the past, and it will be the same as we go into the next exchange, many Japanese students don't like to put pictures of themselves onto the internet. So you will find that they will be posting information about things around them, but they don't like to put their photos of themselves up on the internet. Some may, if we're lucky, and I hope they do, because I think it's a closed system, which is safe. There is no advertising, so I do hope that they start to feel a little bit more at home and are able to feel confident to post information about themselves. But it's a slow process, and yeah, sometimes the Colombian students feel that the Japanese students are cold, but it's not the case. It's not the case. It's just that they are very, very different. Okay. Yeah, Eduardo, I certainly understand that, but yeah, if your students are feeling uncomfortable, yeah, just encourage them to do the same thing. Yeah, they don't have to show their faces. If they want to, that's fine. I think that's great, you know. But if they want to just commentate as they walk with their smartphones, that's another option. Okay. Okay. Just one last thing before we go on. The class-to-classes interaction. Okay. Now I have shown you the way that I think I will be doing it, and the partners, my partners, I hope that you are okay with this. But some other teachers may think, look, it's better if each student adds a new discussion topic and everyone else replies. That's another option. Please talk with your partner teacher. Talk with your partner teacher and decide what you want to do. I don't want to be telling teachers you must do this and you must do that. I try not to do that. I want to give you as much freedom as possible, but please, yeah, discuss it with your partner teacher so that everyone understands what's going on. You can discuss things with your partner teacher in the teacher forum. Yeah, in the teacher forum, if you choose your group and add a new discussion there or reply to discussions that are already happening, then as Angel has done here, lovely, yeah, then everyone is on the same page and everyone can see the discussion very easily. Okay, so for example here, yeah, I even added a little video. And Angel has replied, Angel Eduardo, great, wonderful to see. So please interact with your partner teachers as well, so that everyone knows what's happening. Okay, do we have any? Oh, there we are. No new discussion topics? Oh well, perhaps sometime soon. So I think I have covered most of the things I wanted to cover. I would like now for you to ask some questions. So if you have any questions, please type them into the chat and I will try to answer them. Yeah, as I said, we're trying to keep it as simple as possible and make it easy for students and teachers to use. So I might, I'm not sure, probably better for you to see the homepage than my ugly face, but hey, back with me. So yeah, if you have any questions, please fire away. Ask them in the chat. Okay. Eduardo, absolutely. Yeah, it's very important that the interaction takes place. And another reason we're putting it, I encourage you to do it on the forum in the page here is then both Ruben and myself can see, yeah, you are trying to interact with your partner teacher. And if your partner teacher is not replying, then we can go and also check, say, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? Okay. So yes, Eduardo, very important to interact with your partner teacher. It's also a good way of, you could perhaps even show your interaction to your students, saying, yeah, look, I'm also interacting with teachers in other countries. I'm doing this as well. It's not just you guys. Come on, get in amongst it. So yeah, teacher interaction, very important. Questions, any questions? Okay, I'm sorry if I pronounced the name incorrectly. Yima Rodriguez. If you are still struggling to follow the step-by-step, please have a look at the tutorials. I will upload them later today. There will be tutorials on how to each step-by-step instructions there. Also, Ruben, I think, has also made a few tutorials, but definitely later this afternoon you will see some tutorials here. At the moment, these are the old tutorials, so please don't worry too much about them. You get an idea, but there will be much better tutorials up there very shortly. Okay, so if you want to, please have a look there. Okay. How are we going? Any other questions? Maybe I've covered everything so well that there are no questions. Wow. No questions? Okay. Age group of the Japanese students. Well, they are all university students. So the vast majority of them will be either 19, 20, or 21. So that's the age group of the Japanese students. Some of them might be a little bit older, 22, 23, but generally, yeah, 20, about 20 years old. Okay. Looks like there might not be any other questions, or are there? Lillian, yes, there are students from other countries. Now, there are students from China, Thailand, uh, Indonesia, uh, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Ecuador, Taiwan, in this coming exchange. Am I leaving someone out? I think I've covered all the countries from this exchange. So I think that's all of them. So yes, there are students from other countries as well. Yeah, look, this I think does remain on the net. I think I will change the uh, setting from public to private, but I think if you keep the link, then you will be able to access it. So this is available, but I think what would be better is that the tutorials on how to post to the forums that I'll put up, they will be a lot easier to understand and a lot more compact and concise. Yeah, Eduardo, it's a very important point that you're making there. Please try to understand that we are working in a multicultural environment. So different cultures have different ideas of what privacy is. They have different ideas of what is okay and what is not okay. If you are in a group with students from Saudi Arabia, for example, you really will have to be careful about what kind of pictures and videos you put up. They are a lot more strict than any other culture. But yeah, be understanding, and you'll try to learn about different cultures. It's always very interesting doing so. Ima, kendo, yes, kendo is it's a tough sport. Lillian, no, not each week. Yeah, over the next 8 weeks, depending on what you and your teacher decide, over that 8 weeks, your students will be interacting with the same students in Japan and the same students in the other countries via this class-to-class interaction. In the open forum, there will be over 3,000 students from all the different countries. They can all access this. So if your students do want to interact with some other people, you can suggest the open forum. But as I said at the beginning, please make sure that the main focus is in the class to classes interaction. Okay? Okay. Well, it looks like most of the questions seem to have been asked and hopefully answered. So, Francisco, yeah, that's an interesting question. I have tried where possible to link students with similar studies, but when class sizes are too different, maybe one class is only 20 students and the other class is 33 students, then what I did was match similar size classes. So, if the training program that your students are in has a similar theme or area of study to the students in your partner's country, then by all means, talk with your teacher and suggest another topic based on that study. That's fine. That's fine. But please work with your partner teacher if you are going to do that. Okay? Okay. Okay. Well, we might finish up there. And yeah, if you do have any further questions or any ideas, please let Ruben know. I'm sure he will pass those on to me. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing you and your students participate in the exchange and making it a really, really worthwhile exercise for students in all the different countries as well as the teachers. I thank you very much for taking the time to participate in this workshop. And yeah, I know that you are all busy. Thursday night there in Colombia. I believe one of the teachers from Indonesia is also watching. So she is up very early in the morning. Thank you, Caroline, for joining us. And thank you to all the teachers there in Colombia too. Really, really appreciate your time and effort. And looking forward to seeing those efforts bloom and blossom in the exchange. Okay. As I said, if you have any further questions, perhaps pop them in the chat. I'll try and answer them later. Or you can send an email to Ruben, and I'm sure he will be able to answer them as well. Okay. So we'll finish up there. Again, thank you so much. And yeah, let's make this exchange a really good one. So take care, all the best, and we'll see you online again next week as the exchange begins. Bye for now. Thanks.